In the digital age, money moves at the speed of light. A few taps on a phone, a click of a button, and thousands, millions of dollars can change hands in an instant. At the center of this financial revolution stands PayPal, the company that transformed how the world transacts. With over 400 million users and a reach that spans nearly every country on Earth, PayPal has positioned itself as a trusted name in online payments, promising security, convenience, and financial freedom. But behind the blue and white logo, behind the seamless transactions and polished marketing campaigns, lies a history riddled with controversy. From unfair account freezes to hidden fees, corporate manipulation, and a level of power that few financial institutions wield, PayPal's dominance has come at a cost. And for many, that cost has been devastating. Even beyond its fees, PayPal has been criticized for how it handles disputes and chargebacks. When a customer claims a transaction was unauthorized or requests a refund, PayPal often sides with the buyer, leaving sellers with no protection. Scammers have exploited this system for years, purchasing digital goods or services, filing disputes, and getting their money back while keeping the product. Sellers have reported losing thousands of dollars due to PayPal's refusal to investigate fraud properly, effectively turning its own platform into a risk for businesses that rely on it. To understand PayPal's rise, we have to go back to 1998 when a small startup called Confinity was founded by Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, and a group of ambitious tech entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley. At the time, their goal was simple: create a secure way to send money over the internet. They weren't the only ones with this idea. Another company, X.com, founded by none other than Elon Musk, had a similar mission. In 2000, the two companies merged and PayPal was born. The company's early days were marked by aggressive expansion. It paid users to sign up, offering free money just for opening an account. It flooded eBay sellers with incentives, making itself the default payment method for online auctions. It rapidly gained traction, but not without controversy. Hackers targeted it, regulators scrutinized it, and competitors tried to crush it. But PayPal had one advantage none of them could match: brutal, relentless ambition. As PayPal's influence has grown, so have the criticisms from former executives. David Sacks, a founding member of the original PayPal mafia, has been vocal about the company's shift from its original mission. According to him, PayPal was once meant to be a force for financial freedom, enabling transactions without traditional banking interference. Now, it operates more like a centralized financial gatekeeper, restricting access to funds and imposing ideological restrictions on users. His words echo a broader sentiment that PayPal has strayed far from the disruptive innovation it once promised and has instead become another institution wielding control over people's financial independence. By 2002, PayPal had grown so dominant that eBay had no choice but to buy it for $1.5 billion. The acquisition cemented PayPal's place as the backbone of online payments, and for the next decade, it would operate with near-absolute control over digital commerce. Sellers who relied on eBay had no real alternative. If PayPal decided to freeze their accounts, they had little recourse. If PayPal raised fees, they had no choice but to comply. The power PayPal wielded over small businesses and independent sellers was staggering and often abused. One of PayPal's most notorious practices is its arbitrary account freezes. Countless users, small business owners, freelancers, even charities have found themselves locked out of their funds with no warning, no explanation, and no way to appeal. In many cases, PayPal's algorithm flags transactions as suspicious with little justification. A business owner processing a sudden spike in sales, a freelancer receiving a large payment, or an artist selling digital goods may wake up to find their account frozen, their money trapped in PayPal's system for 180 days. No phone call. No human review. Just an automated decision that can financially ruin a person overnight. The justification? PayPal claims it is protecting against fraud. But the reality is more sinister. PayPal profits from holding user funds. While money sits frozen, PayPal earns interest on it. With millions of accounts affected, the financial incentive for PayPal to lock money under the guise of security is massive. And in many cases, when the 180-day freeze period expires, users report that their funds mysteriously vanish due to vague violations of terms of service, with PayPal pocketing the money. The stories are endless. In 2021, a group of customers filed a lawsuit against PayPal, alleging that the company had seized their money without cause. One plaintiff, a customer named Lynn, had $26,984 taken from her account with no explanation. PayPal refused to tell her why. Another plaintiff, freelancer Michael McDaniel, had his account permanently frozen, losing thousands of dollars. No warnings, no recourse, just silence. Beyond account freezes, PayPal's fee structure is another murky area. The company markets itself as a low-cost payment processor, but hidden fees tell a different story. Transaction fees, conversion fees, chargeback fees, withdrawal fees, every step in the process comes with a price tag. International users are hit the hardest. PayPal's currency conversion rates are notoriously unfavorable, often worse than traditional banks. For business owners who rely on international sales, these fees can quietly siphon away thousands of dollars. And then there's the darker side of PayPal's policies. In 2022, an update to PayPal's acceptable use policy caused widespread outrage when users noticed a clause stating that spreading misinformation could result in a $2,500 fine directly withdrawn from their account. PayPal quickly backtracked, calling it an error, but the damage was done. The idea that a private company could seize thousands of dollars from users over subjective interpretations of misinformation set off alarms across the internet. Was it really an error? Or a glimpse into how PayPal sees its role not just as a payment processor, but as a financial enforcer of corporate ideology? The company's involvement in politics and social issues has only intensified. In 2010, it banned WikiLeaks from receiving donations, cutting off a major source of funding for the controversial organization. In the years that followed, PayPal has selectively deplatformed accounts tied to political figures, independent journalists, and organizations it deems problematic. While some argue that companies have the right to choose who they do business with, others see it as a dangerous precedent. When a company as powerful as PayPal can decide who has access to money, it holds an extraordinary amount of control over free speech and financial independence. And yet, PayPal's reach continues to grow. The company now owns Venmo, Braintree, Honey, and several other major fintech platforms, further solidifying its grip on digital payments. Its business model has expanded into buy now, pay later services, cryptocurrency transactions, and AI-driven financial analytics. With each new venture, its control over the flow of money tightens. Perhaps the most terrifying aspect of PayPal's power is how little accountability it faces. Traditional banks are heavily regulated, subject to strict consumer protection laws and financial oversight. PayPal, as a tech company, operates in a gray area, avoiding many of these regulations. If a bank froze your account unjustly, you could fight it through legal channels. With PayPal, the process is murky, often fruitless. Customer service is outsourced, appeals are automated, and lawsuits are costly and difficult to win. For many, PayPal is a necessary evil. It is too big to avoid, too integrated into the digital economy to escape. But with each passing year, more users are waking up to its dark side. Alternative payment processors are emerging, cryptocurrencies are offering decentralized financial solutions, and governments are taking a closer look at PayPal's unchecked power. The company that once revolutionized online payments now stands as a symbol of corporate overreach, financial censorship, and unchecked power. Its legacy is not just one of convenience, but of control. The question is, how long will people tolerate it?